is Hannah, this is Simply Hannah, and today I'm uploading the second part of my Hogwarts speed build. Today we're going into the interior design of Hogwarts, as I said in my previous video. And yeah, we're starting right off with the Great Hall. And yeah, what should I say about it? There wasn't sadly enough space to place 4 tables and make them all usable. So I could place 4 tables, but they're really barely usable, which is really sad. I mean, I really could have used like a 64 by 66 lot or something. I really would have needed that space because I used every space there was for this lot, so I didn't had more, but yeah, I really tried. So there are 4 tables, they're not really usable, but if you want to play with the slot, you could of course just easily delete one of the tables, and then I think it would be all work out. Or maybe maybe there is also just space for 2 tables, I'm not sure. But yeah, and also this door you're seeing right now isn't accessible. I mean, from all these rooms I decorated, this is, I think, the less usable one. But when I think about it, I think it isn't usable because the Sims can reach it because of these gargoyles I placed. But if I think about it, maybe I can still make it work before I upload Hogwarts to my gallery, because I think if you're placing the gargoyle like a floor below, you would be able to raise it up that high that it would appear in another floor, but the game would still think it's placed down below, so maybe I can make that work. Anyways, so here you can see me placing the teachers' tables, of course, and the Great Hall has 2 floors, and in the floor above I placed all those candles from Eco Lifestyle. Yeah, and it really looks cool, just all those floating candles. And if you look up, you can see them, and yeah, I think it looks really nice. So now you see me placing the tables, and yeah, you already can see I didn't have enough space to make it all work out, but I tried. And as I said, if you want to play with it, just delete 1 or 2 of the table rows, and then it'll work, I'm guessing. And I also placed down this owl book thingy Dumbledore's reading off every beginning of a school year. So you know, like, I can't really explain what it is, but you'll see me creating it soon. It's just this book, not bookshelf, but just this books thing Dumbledore's reading off. I don't know, I can't explain it right now. And I'm already, for this video, wearing my Christmas sweater, Merry fucking Christmas, which I thought was very fitting and just appropriate for 2020. So yeah, and what else to say? Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention in my last video that I gave this lot that trade, I think it's called off the grid or something. So technology and electricity doesn't work on this lot, because it really doesn't in Hogwarts. You know, Muggle technology won't work in Hogwarts. So I thought I'd give this lot this trade, and yeah, so I also just placed candles and stuff for the lighting, and in the kitchen and the bathroom I just placed objects from that like still work on an off the grid lot, so it's all functional. And yeah, here you see me creating this book thing that's supposed to be this owl book thing Dumbledore's reading off every beginning of the school year. And I'm already gonna talk about the next room you see me create. It's the stairs well, I think you call it. So it's just a corridor with a stair and a lot of pictures. And it has also 2 floors. Yeah, you see me creating it right now. And yeah, there isn't anything to do in this corridors. It's really just the stairs and a lot of pictures, but it really looks cool. And I mean, I had to include it in this build because it's very prominent in the movies. And when I tested this lot, the sim just wouldn't use this stair in the ground floor. The upper one works fine. I don't know why the sim doesn't use this one, because it's really usable, I think. I mean, you can reach every end and start of the stair. I just couldn't figure out what the problem was, but I mean, there are obviously more than one stairs to reach the upper floor, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. But yeah, so now we're into the Gryffindor common room, and because I had limited space, I didn't have like a door or something I could place, because you're reaching the Gryffindor common room through the stairs in the floor. But I still wanted to include the picture of the fat lady, so I just placed this wall in front of the stairs and this picture of this lady, and yeah, so that's supposed to be the fat lady. And the Gryffindor common room has lots of red, obviously, and it's just really cozy. I placed a fireplace and stuff, and of course I placed a chess table because Ron and Harry are playing chess a lot in the movies, I think, and in the books also with Hermione and stuff. And I placed a desk and a bookshelf and stuff. I really had limited space, but I tried to make it work and put everything you need in here. And I mean, I guess I could have made Slytherin and Hufflepuff's common rooms a bit bigger than this one's, and I mean they are, but I still could have made them more bigger than they are. But I tried to make all the common rooms kinda even, so none of the houses has an extremely large common room stuff. But obviously the ones from Slytherin and Hufflepuff are a bit bigger than Gryffindors and Ravenclaws, because I could have placed them in the downstairs and I had more space in there. So I quick want to talk about the sleeping area of the Gryffindor common room, which is a floor above this like common room part you see me creating right now. And I only could have fit in 4 beds in there and not 5. And I also didn't thought like when I created it like this is Harry's bed, this is Ron's bed or something. I just, created it how it would look good. So I didn't thought of any specific character details or something. But I mean, you still could easily imagine it. I mean, there's, I think, a bed with broom books and a broomstick and stuff. And I think there's also a bed which I placed a toad next to it. So this could easily be Neville's bed or something. And I also created those beds with the curtains myself because I thought there weren't like fitting ones in the game. So yeah, I created them myself, and they are of course usable and stuff. And yeah, so if you wanna play with it like Harry and Ron and stuff would live in here, yeah, you could easily imagine it. Of course, there are just 4 beds and not 5 like in Harry's sleep area room, but as I said, I didn't have enough space to fit in more than 4 beds in here. But I still think it turned out quite nice. As I said, a lot of reds and stuff. I cluttered it all up with decor items, and I also didn't record me cluttering rooms with decor items a lot. So I think you'll mainly see me placing the main objects in other rooms. And I think I cut out a lot of me decorating the rooms because this video is already 30 minutes long. So I had to, cut out something. So yeah, mainly you'll see me placing the main objects, and in some rooms you'll see me also decorating them, as you're seeing me doing that right now. Yeah, but I think we're close to the next room, which is the Ravenclaw's common room. And maybe I should wait until we're up till that part, but I mean, Ravenclaw's also supposed to be in a tower, but I hadn't that much towers to work with, so I still placed it like in a kind of tower part of the castle in the upper floor. So I tried to include that detail, but yeah, you see it, it's not really a tower, but it still looks great in the end. Here we are in the sleep area. I used the same beds, just in blue, and yeah, I think it really looks nice with the star wallpaper and the blue floor and stuff. Yeah, I really think it looks like a cute sleeping area, and I placed a lot of science objects in this room because I thought, Ravenclaws would be kind of into that, so I placed, I think, this school project of the planets and stuff, and I placed also a lot of trophies because I thought maybe Ravenclaws would win all the trophies in school. And yeah, also this Adam poster I am placing right now, and yeah, it's just, there is a lot of science but also creative things like a violin or stuff I placed. And I also placed in every room wands and magical books and stuff, from the Realm of Magic pack. And yeah, in the main common room of Ravenclaw, I of course placed the statue of Rowena Ravenclaw, which was mentioned in the books. And I also was searching through the debug menu for a crown or diadem object I could have placed on a head, but there sadly wasn't an object like that in the game. But I really wanted to include that detail because in the books it's saying that Rowena Ravenclaw, the statue of her, is wearing her diadem, I think, at least. So, but I couldn't include that detail in the building, sadly. But yeah, I also tried to make the common room look less comfy and cozy than a sleeping area or like the common room from Gryffindor. So it's more like chic and fancy and stuff. And I also placed a lot of science objects or objects I thought that would look kind of science based on and stuff. Yeah, because that's how I imagine the Ravenclaw common room. And ignore this ballerina statue. I mean, it's supposed to be the Rowena Ravenclaw statue, but I'm replacing it later on with another statue that I thought was just more fitting, but I hadn't found at this point. So yeah, it's not gonna be this ballerina in the end. Yeah, but I also placed this piano, and it really looks very chic, I think. And yeah, I think it's really pretty. And I also placed a door with a door knocker because in the books it's saying that you can only get into the Ravenclaw common room if you are solving a riddle this door knocker is asking you. So that's that detail I tried to include. I really tried to include so many details from the books you won't even recognize, I think. I don't think I can point out every single detail, but yeah, I really tried. So the next room is actually the divination classroom. I placed it in one of the towers, of course, and I also used a lot of red for this room, and it's really like dark, and I used the curtains in front of the windows and stuff. And yeah, I placed on every table like a I don't know, glass sphere or something like that is it called, I guess. And I also placed cards and cups because in the books it's saying, they don't just use these glass spheres, but also cards and cups and stuff. So I also placed them down, and I think like herbs that I placed on the wall, because I thought maybe, right there, maybe this would be like tea herbs or something they would use for their teacup divination thingy. So that's that detail I tried to include. And also I tried to like put in every classroom fitting magic books. So in the potions classroom, for example, I just placed potions books and stuff, and I really tried to make them fit. So I mean, not that anyone would notice if I wouldn't point it out, I think, but I really had fun, including all those little details and stuff. And the next classroom you'll see me creating is actually not a real classroom. Oh, wait, I wanted to mention this pictures I placed right now. It was like space pictures, because I thought it would be kind of fitting, and moon circle pictures. But anyways, so now we're on to the greenhouses for herbology class, which are placed in front of Hogwarts, and there are 2 greenhouses, and in one of them I just placed like pumpkins and stuff. I don't know why, I just thought maybe there were pumpkins, I don't know. And in the other one I placed more like odd plants I found. So I mainly used plants from Strangerville, or I think Get to Work, those plants that were in the alien world you can travel to and stuff. And so maybe this is the classroom or greenhouse for the older students who deal with more dangerous plants. And also the books I placed here are from this camping pack, and there are books about herbology and stuff, so I placed them here, and also seeds and stuff. And I think the greenhouses look really cute in the end, and they're also usable. I mean, you can walk through them. I don't know how usable the plants are, but it looks really nice and stuff. And the next room I'm creating is the charms classroom, which you can see. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it right now, because as I'm seeing on the screen, it's not showing on the screen right now. So what else could I mention? I also didn't record me decorating a few other rooms, so you'll see rooms in the screenshots in the end you won't see me creating, because as I said, I had so many hours of recordings. If I would have recorded me decorating everything, it just would have been too long. So I also have I think decorated the teacher's room and the classroom of history of magic and McGonagall's office and the owlery, of course the owlery. So those are the rooms I didn't record me building them, but you'll see them in the screenshots, and of course you'll see them in the end in my video tour of Hogwarts I'm planning to do. So I'll show them to you with all their details, but not in this video right now, because I had a lot of recordings, and I'm so glad that I cut them down to just 30 minutes. But I don't know what else to say about this room. I really wanna say something to the next room, but I'll wait. No, I can't wait. I don't know what else to say. This voiceover is again a bit of a mess, but it's really also hard to talk 30 minutes a row and not stumble or anything. I mean, I obviously stumble because I just can't do it without stumbling, but it's really hard, so bear with me. But I'm seeing we're nearly to the next classroom. So I'm gonna talk about it. It's the Charms classroom, and it's a really small room, but I think it still represents the room from the movies quite well. So we have in the middle like all these books stacked up, and because Flitwick is standing in the first movie on all those books, and next to him there are these counters or benches where the students sit. And yeah, so that's what I included in this room. And yeah, I just placed a lot of books in this middle and stuff, so it would look like in the movie. And I also wanted to place down those feathers from the cats and dogs pack, because I wanted, to represent that they are currently working on Wingardium Leviosa. But when I tried to place those feathers down, they just appeared like in a picture frame and not as a object with just the feathers. So I sadly couldn't use them, but I think I placed down like just feathers that looked a bit more messy. I don't know how else to explain it, but I mean, the students all have their feather pants, so maybe they're using this feather in order to train themselves on Wingardium Leviosa. I don't know, but yeah, these are the feather messy thingies I was talking about. But yeah, so that's the classroom for how's it called? Charms. And also, I just thought of another room I didn't film myself building, and it is the trophy room. It's not mentioned in the movies, just in the books. But yeah, there is also a trophy room I built and didn't record, so that's that. So now we're on to the transformation classroom of Professor McGonagall. And yeah, I don't know, I placed down those globes and huge cupboards next to her that were seen in the movies and stuff. And in pictures I used as a reference, there were also those owl cages all over the room. And I had those CC object owl cages, and it was so tempting to use them, because they would have fit so well in here and just would make this room more appearing to the movie. But I didn't, because I don't want to use CC in this building. So yeah, you have to live without the owl cages, but I mean, you could place them yourself. They're from this Harry Potter CC mod pack, I think. And above those McGonagall classroom is McGonagall's office, and I placed also a bed in there and stuff. So if you're playing with The Sims, McGonagall easy has her own room and stuff. I obviously didn't do that for every single teacher, but for those offices that were mentioned, I did it. So now we're on to the library of Hogwarts, and there are those parts of books where you can go up. You already see it in the left tower. And yeah, I think it looks really cool. It's kind of like a balcony thing you can climb up to, and there are all those bookshelves and stuff. And yeah, I just think it looks really cool. And in the downstairs, there's of course a lot more bookshelves and stuff. I placed like a desk where Madame Pince maybe would sit down and would like watch the students work and read. And I also placed a lot of document boxes and stuff on her desk, because I thought maybe there are like the register cards from the students that want to borrow a book or something. And yeah, here we have like kind of a study area, so I placed a lot of desks so students could learn in the library and stuff. And I also placed down like not a kind of a door. I don't know the right English word for it right now, but I placed it in front of the right tower, so it would be how is it called, the restricted section of the library, I guess, in which is Harry sneaking in a lot. So I try to include that in this slot as well, and I think you'll see me doing it right now, or at least soon. And yeah, it's just filled in with, yeah, there it is, with a lot of books everywhere, so it looks lived in and stuff. And yeah, this is the restricted section of the library. I think it was a cute detail. And now we're on to Dumbledore's office, and let me tell ya, those platforms that came with the, I don't know which update, but they were kinda great for Dumbledore's office, but also they really suck because they just work so weird and they're so buggy, and the roofers were cutting in the rooms when I placed it because those platforms delete walls and stuff. And let me tell ya, building Dumbledore's office was really a process because those platforms are so buggy and stuff, but I make it work. And so yeah, I don't know if you guys have like Dumbledore's office in your head right now, but in the back is like kind of the stair thingy you can go up to. So I try to recreate that. And yeah, I also created the pensieve, kinda. You'll see it in the end, I think. And I also placed down Gryffindor's sword because I thought Dumbledore would totally have it in his office, right? I mean, I didn't place down Fox because how would I? But yeah, so that's Dumbledore's office, and you'll reach it through through ladders. And I placed like this gargoyle thing in front of the ladder, so it would resemble, I think it's an eagle in the movies or something like that. You know, the thing that guards Dumbledore's office. So the ladders aren't usable because of that, but I mean, you could easily just teleport your Sims up here. I mean, you're playing with wizards on the slot, so it's not a problem. Or you'll just delete the gargoyle. It's your choice how you want to play with it. And there was the pensieve I've created. I also created it with a lot more details, but I cut it out. I think, yeah, there it is. It looks really cool, I think. Of course, not usable, but it's The Sims, so it's okay. And that's Dumbledore's office. There's Gryffindor's sword. Yeah, so the next room is the classroom for the Muggle studies. And this is something that is, I don't know if it's mentioned in the movies, but it's never seen in the movies. But of course, it is mentioned in the books. And in this classroom, I placed a lot of objects that looked like Muggle technology. Yeah, because I thought maybe the students would learn about those Muggle inventions, and I also placed pictures on the wall of cars and planes and stuff. You know, like all those Muggle inventions they'd probably learn about in Muggle studies. And of course, I had to include the detail of the rubber duck, because in the books it's kind of the joke that Arthur Weasley wants to know from Harry what the use of a rubber duck is. So I placed on every desk a little rubber duck because maybe the students learn what a rubber duck is and what's the use of a rubber duck. So I thought it would be a cute little detail to include. And I also think I gave the teacher like this ink pen instead of a feather pen, because maybe the teacher would use more Muggle things instead of wizard things. So yeah, the teacher's not using a feather pen. So that's the classroom for the Muggle studies. And I also want to mention all those classrooms I couldn't include into this building. I didn't build a Mancy or something like this is it called, classroom, and there also isn't one for astronomy and studies of ancient runes. So that are the 3 classrooms I couldn't include in this lot. And also technically cares of magical creatures, but I mean it's taught outside, right? So I think it wouldn't be inside the castle. So now the last room you'll see in this video is the classroom for Defense Against the Dark Arts. And again, the platform update was very helpful for this classroom because remember in the second movie there's the scene where Lockhart is walking down this stair thing into the classroom. So that's that I tried to include in the classroom. And I also tried to make this skeleton work that is up in the room, flying, hanging, whatever. That was very bad English right now, but yeah, I placed this llama with wings, so that's supposed to be this skeleton. And yeah, I also tried to place a little detail from every teacher there was through the years. So I placed a lot of, how is it called? I wrote it down. Let me check. Garlic. I placed a lot of garlic on the walls because Quirrell had this in his classroom because he was supposed to be scared of vampires or something. So yeah, that is that garlic on the wall. And I also placed, of course, this closet from Lupin for the Boggart lesson and stuff. And yeah, that's the last classroom for today. I think I said everything I wanted to say in this video, and the next video I'm posting is the last part of the speed build where you see me create all the other rooms and stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the rooms I created so far, and I hope I didn't forget anything up to this point. And yeah, have a nice day, stay healthy, have a nice Christmas time, and bye. And again, I forgot that I have to talk through the end of the video because I don't want to get copy striked because of the Harry Potter music. So I'm just gonna comment what you'll see on the screen right now. This is the Gryffindor common room, of course. Here we have the Ravenclaw common room with the replaced statue of Rowena Ravenclaw. And next up, you'll see the divination classroom and the owlery, I think. Yes, this is the owlery. Sadly, the owls are just purple in the game. Here is the trophy room I talked about. And now we have the charms classroom, the Muggle Studies classroom with the cute little rubber ducks. Next up is the transformation classroom, and you can see the ladder that leads up to McGonagall's office with a cute little cat bed if she wanna sleeps in a cat form. And here we have Dumbledore's office with the beautiful pensieve. And next up is the entrance to Dumbledore's office. Here, that's the library, beautiful, beautiful, with the restricted section. And next up is, I think, another classroom, if I'm not wrong. Oh, no, it's a teacher's room. Yeah, another room I didn't record myself building, but here it is. Here we have the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. Oh, I wish so hardcore we could paint the roofs, not the roofs, you know. And here is the classroom of History of Magic. And last up we have the Herbology greenhouse. So again, have a nice day and bye!